Good day, everyone. Happy Saturday. Um, so how are we doing with the challenge? Um, so yeah, so yesterday was the father, and just like the mother, it's a very important step to make is to heal the lineage of the father. Um, what I discovered when I was doing mine was done 2022. That's when I really healed my relationship with my dad. A lot of truth had to come to the surface. A lot of conversation had to happen in order for that to get healed. Because there was a lot of, how can I say, misunderstanding? Let's say misunderstanding, because what happened in our culture is like our parents are human too, and we children, we forget that. We look at them like these superheroes, but they are superheroes, but in another way. But we look at them like somehow they have to be like this perfect, beings that could never make a mistake, right? Let's call it a mistake for now so we can understand each other's language. And that's not fact. Our parents were children once, and they too had their own childhood events that happened that caused their own traumas, their own ways. And that led into being adults that are, uh, created to be a certain way. It's like your parents are also a product of their parents, just like you are a product of your parents, right? So I had to understand that. And when I really hit that one, it was back in 2022. And something beautiful happened. My dad was in Dominican Republic, and I was here since I was a little girl. So we never had like that connection from the age of 7 till I was like 36. So then when that healing happened, and I started working on the healing way before 2022, way before he came, I understood that my judgment towards my dad, it shouldn't be because my dad is a human being as well, and he has his own way of thinking and his own upbringing, and based on what he went through in his life, he's going to react according to that. And remember that his parents raised him in a way that they too had their own, trauma. So that trauma was passing down from generation to generation. So I'll tell you like one little story, because I want you to really do this, because you're going to see the difference. So if your dad is alive, your relationship with your dad is going to get closer when you take this step. Um, Usually, like when dad are stubborn, because there's a lot of dad out there, you guys are stubborn. Like, stubbornness to me, when I really break down the word stubborn, is you are afraid of the unknown. So then you hold your ground because you are afraid of letting go. You are afraid of the flow because in that flow, you don't see how you can control it. You got it? So that's what stubbornness is. It's nothing else but fear masqueraded in this stubbornness that I want in my way. So, for you, Father, that are like that, just understand that, just let flow and let go, like surrender to what the environment is asking of you. So, if you have your dad alive, if you're a father and you have your father alive, you know, um, get closer to the father and have conversations with them. Ask them questions, because the more you ask questions like this, like about their life, how they were brought up, what was life like when he was little, how was his father to him, how was his mother to him, you're going to come to understand a lot about your father, and that's going to help you untie the bondage you have, that you hold on to, your stories, the illusions, the conditioning that is creating this separation between you and your father, which that separation is going to manifest into you and your daughters, or you and your son. You see? So all of it, it's like a connection. Everything, we're all connected in this web. The web, it's invisible. However, it also manifests into the physical through us. So we are literally manifesting the things that we think of And we think it, but we don't see it. We have to create it in this manifested environment, the world. So, with this father lineage healing, you're going to be able to heal that line, heal that story, heal the future of that tree. Through healing your father lineage, you're going to also heal your relationship with your kids as well. So, how I did it back then, since my father was not with me, what I did was I literally sat down with a journal and I pretended that I was talking to him face to face, and I asked questions. So I had one line in the book in my journal. It was me asking my dad, and it was me as a little girl, not as now. So I put myself at the age of 7 when I last saw him when I was little. And I asked questions in relation to that, what I needed back then from my dad. And I was able to receive the answer just by accepting the fact that what happened in my life, every event was perfectly orchestrated by some divine being, ourselves, right? We can call it divine beings, or we can call ourselves, is us doing it, orchestrating it so that I can develop into the women that I needed to develop in order for me to manifest, right? What I needed to manifest outside of me in order for the mirror to be shown right back to me. So then I know what in my lineage I needed to heal. So in other words, if I didn't go through everything that I went through with in my life with the masculine, whether it was boyfriends, husband, uh, male figures in business, if I did not went through all of that, I would not have been able to see that I needed to work in something within myself that was what manifesting this to be shown right back to me in the reflection of the mirror. So when I heal that lineage of my father and accepted everything that happened, and I honor him for being my father, I honor his lineage for giving me the opportunity to be formed into this life, I became more connected to him. And I'm not kidding you guys. After I did that, I think it was months later, God went to work. God was put to work. And I received a call from my dad. And he's like, oh, I'm thinking of coming to the United States just for a visit. And I'm like, what the heck? Like, since when you want to come here? Like, he never wanted to come to the United States. And a lot of the time, that's what I thought. So until I met him here, he told me that it was under the circumstances that he was in that he could not have come. And every time he wanted to come to see me, there was always something that will interfere with, the connection of him coming to see me. So at that moment, I already knew, I understand how things work. So then I said that was the ancestors in disguise making this happen, because I needed to grow without my father. All I needed from him was the first 7 years. And let me tell you, memories started coming back as to when I was a little girl. And I started seeing like how connected I was with my father when I was a little girl. Like I literally was like his princess, pretty much. Whatever I wanted, my dad gave. And I understood back then why he could not have been in my life, because I didn't have anybody like that in my life growing up. I had to figure things out on my own. I had to grow like a dry cactus in the desert, like a cactus in the dry desert. I had to grow like that, but I needed it because I needed to build resistance. I needed to build resilience. I needed to get strong because of what I came here to do and everything that I was going to live in my life. So if my dad would have been there, cuddling me, giving me what I needed, always supporting me, always holding me, then I was not going to build the grit that I have today. And I love it. I love my grit. I love it. I have this ability where I can showcase my feminine and my masculine side very well. Like when I have to be strong, I can be strong. I'm not afraid of it. And when I have to be soft, to those who I feel like I can be soft with and I can be caring with, I can do it too. So I can work both energy. But if my dad would have given me everything, if I would have been there growing up with my dad, I would not have had the resilience that I have today. So you see how everything plays out. So that's why it's important to do this healing, because when you do the healing of the father lineage, right? Understanding your father's life. So go ahead and be curious about your father. You know, the same way that you go ahead and you want to be curious about your friends. No, be curious about your father. Be curious about your mother. Go sit down with them. Grab a coffee with them. You know, bring some biscuits that you can eat with them. That's how I do it. I don't drink coffee, so I take tea. So I bring my tea and I bring my biscuits, which I have Yannick or my sister bake. And I sit down and I ask questions. And I ask those questions and I let them know that the reason why I'm asking the questions is not to judge them. It's because I want to know where I came from. I want to know what built me. And once you do that, the more you do it, the more you do this practice, the more free you're going to feel. You're going to feel this freedom, this release of this attachment of what life could have been or what you wanted life to be. You got exactly the life you needed, exactly what you needed for what you came here to do. So if you wished anything different than that, what you're doing is that you're asking all of the ancestors that came before you that you are rejecting them and that you're not part of that lineage. So when you do that, guess what? More of that has to be presented to you to show you that that is not the right way to go. See, so you attract what you put your energy to. So if you reject your family is going to be shown to you in everyone that you meet. So happy Saturday, guys. I know it's beautiful. Do it. I did it and it works. And I did it. I tried it with Yannick and his father, and that was beautiful. He got to heal his grandfather line too as well. We went back as to going back to his grandfather, and that was beautiful. So I use this technique a lot with the people that I help. So I thought that I can put it here so then you guys can practice it yourself. And you can, what is it that they say? DM me, direct message me if you are going through something, or if you see if a reflection is being shown right back to you from the mirror and you're like, I don't know what to do with this. This emotion is strong. I don't know how to process it. I don't understand what it's showing me. Send me a message. I'll take a look at it. And once I take a look at it, I'll let the mirror show me what it wants you to see. And then I'll send it right back to you, okay? So go ahead. Do this. Heal your father line and love him and cuddle him and give to your father what his father didn't give to him, okay? That's the journey here. You give to your mother what her mother and her father didn't give to her. And then in giving it to her, you're giving it to you. And then immediately you do that to them, you're already doing it to yourself. So it's literally, we're healing the entire lineage. We're going through every single branch of that tree and we are going to heal it. And this is one step that I took in order to do that. So use your journals, write, spend some time, not spend, I don't like to use that word. Invest time in you. Invest time in you. So for the example, Saturdays, I invest time in me. I invest time in me every day, but Saturdays, like, it's definite. I take Saturdays and that's my investment in me. What is it within me that I have currently right now that I'm still TLC? You know, I'm still not fixing, but I'm still, what word? Because I don't want to use the word fixing, because we're not fixing anything. We are adjusting. Kind of like when you go to the radio station and you want your station, you got to adjust it. Back in the day, or your TV, back in the day, you had to, like, you know, turn it to get to the channel. So that's what we're doing. We're tuning ourselves to get to that channel where you want the reflection to show right back to you exactly how you want to feel it in a harmonized way. So right now, if you're tuned in and where you're tuning in right now is chaotic, we want to work on that. We want to tune it so when you tune in, what you're feeling is harmony, like a perfect melody, okay? Okay, I'm in 14 minutes. Sometimes I talk too much. So go ahead, heal your father. You have to heal it, because in healing him, you heal yourself. So give them love, give them kisses, be grateful for them, for being your family. Honor them in everything that you do. Honor them. So your father and you picked this relationship because you were the perfect son your father needed in order to show your father what he was not shown when he was a young boy. Okay? So, but in order to show him, you have to do something different. So this is the difference, okay? Take this, practice it with your fathers. It can be uncles to grandfathers. Everything that is the father lineage, the masculine lineage, okay? So I am excited and thank you. Happy Saturday. Go enjoy your Sabbath and invest time on you, okay? Love you.